Here we go.
Josh and Ryan, you're here to tell us about Deadpool 2. Now, the film opens next Tuesday. And I was talking backstage, it seems like you're quite enjoying the press tour. You're having a nice time.
Yeah, you know, if you're going to jump in the water, you may as well swim.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah.
So there's a nice picture of you in Rome, enjoying each
Yep.
other.
Oh, there we are.
Aww.
There we are. Oh, boy.
Yeah,
I could feel Josh
there.
falling deeper and deeper there.
That is like your honeymoon picture.
It really is. Like, it looks sort of like CGI in the background. Like, we weren't actually outside.
Yeah, we weren't actually in Rome.
Yeah, no.
Well, like this morning, I mean, I told him this morning. I wrote a text to him last night, and I said, you know, I've really had a good time. Like, these things cannot be so fun, and then sometimes they can be fun. And I said,
you don't have to
no, I am going to tell
It was a love letter.
It was a love letter. It was a very intimate love letter that I felt really good about not only how it was written, but the heart behind it.
Yep.
And then this morning, I went down to the gym, and the first person I see, the only person I see in the gym is him. And you want to do nothing but avoid the person that you wrote the text to.
Yeah, we both barely made eye contact.
Barely.
Very awkward.
But you had feelings for Ryan before you met Ryan.
Are you telling me this, or is this something that...
Something you said. You've said it in...
No, I have said it. I saw the proposal, and I have no shame in saying that even though I saw it alone all 3 times, that I was a fan.
Wow.
I am a fan.
I just cannot wrap my head around you sitting and watching the proposal.
Yeah.
No, like, not at all.
Look at,
yeah, right.
look at that.
I can see you watching and just being like, fuck this guy.
No, I felt that when I saw Green Lantern.
Okay, yes.
This has been a labor of love getting this made.
Yeah, it's been the best and worst relationship I've ever been in. It's 11 years. 11 years I've been trying to get this movie made, and you know we had a script. We did that about 6 years ago. Then we did a little bit of test footage for this movie. That test footage sat on a shelf at Fox for 4 years, and then about a year and a half ago, somebody accidentally leaked it on the internet, which is super crazy. Oh, no, I have nothing to do with that, yeah. I have nothing to do with that.
Very un-Canadian of you.
Yeah. My mom was like, what does this button do? Guess we're making the movie now. And it just went nuts. The people just started writing and flooding Fox with begging and pleading for the Deadpool movie to get made. And then within 24 hours, we had a green light. We were making it. We were starting. Yeah,
Is that quick?
It was that quick. It was so undeniable, and it felt really good.
But also, you must have been quite pissed off that, you know, you couldn't make that decision for yourselves?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. We tried, but the fans got it made. So there's a great story, too, that this is totally fan-driven in every way.
I guess people who don't know, they'll be thinking, why wouldn't the studio want to make this movie? It's a superhero movie. Everyone loves that. And it is a superhero movie, and it's got all those things. But it does also have this kind of indie movie sensibility and a kind of edginess.
Well, it's meta. I mean, the character knows he's in a comic book movie, but he works in the X-Men universe, so he's dealing with other X-Men. He's talking about other X-Men. He's making jokes about Ryan Reynolds. I mean, it's very, it's you know, and it's rated R, which is unusual for, you know, Marvel X-Men type movie. I think it's certificate 15 here in the UK.
Yeah, we can take it.
In China, and in China, it's rated "Go fuck yourself." And basically, they're not showing
Wash
it there.
their hands.
Yeah, it's sad. I wish they could show there, but so it's a pretty unorthodox film.
And also, what's great is to reflect like that poster, but also you've done other posters.
Oh man,
unorthodox.
The marketing of this movie has been so much fun.
Are you involved in these things?
Completely. We love it. We're like giddily texting and emailing each other in the middle of the night, like, what if we tried this?
The emoji poster. I love the emoji poster.
Yeah, that was pretty great. Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah, it's Deadpool. Actually, that just started as a jokey text message between me and a couple other people, and then the Fox marketing guy said, "We're gonna make that into a billboard." I said, "You don't have the balls to make that." And there it is. Yeah.
And also, you haven't forgotten that it's opening Valentine's weekend.
Of course, yeah.
So we've got that.
Nice Oh yeah. True love never dies.
It is, but there are references to Valentine's Day in it.
It is. There's a big love story in the film, and then I mean the love story quickly turns into dick-kicking revenge. But still,
and I like how it always shocks me that you can, because on American TV you can't say stuff like that. So
no, you can't say it here either.
Oh, you can't.
I'll just be saying hi on the couch when it airs.
I'll just say Deadpool, and then I'll go under Dad's army. And also, like, so you didn't just work on the things. You did the voiceovers for some of the trailers. You did.
I did.
The voiceover guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love that stuff. I do it at home all the time. Drives my wife nuts. It's the, it's that voice. It's the in a world divided by fear, one man must stand alone. Will Smith, Ryan Reynolds, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Toby Jones, in Graham Norton's pants rated R. That's my ringtone.
No, but to cheer us up, when you started kind of being interested in girls, you weren't as that cool or smooth with it.
No, not at all.
I don't believe it.
No. I went through puberty at like 27. Really? It was a freak thing. Yeah, it was not good.
Who's the girl in school? The first girl.
Well, I was obsessed with this girl, Fiona Gorczynski, who she used to take the bus the opposite way of my actual home, and I would get on the bus just to sit next to her for 45 minutes the wrong way.
Oh, there's something wonderful about that.
There was something wonderful. Yeah,
and moronic.
I love it when you're young, it's so cute. When you're older, it's just stalking. You're like on some kind of watch list. And but I remember when I couldn't have been more than, 11 years old, and I was just about to get off the bus because enough is enough. I'm about to enter like Seattle or something. So I'm starting to get off the bus, and I decided to like kind of hit her with like this cool look or something, like this, like one of these like real sort of Don Johnson, Miami Vice kind of things.
Let me feel it.
Right? You feel that?
Yeah. I threw up in my mouth.
I do this move as I'm getting down off the bus, and I sort of delay a little too long, and the bus doors close on my backpack. On my backpack. And the bus just starts to leave. I'm sort of like doing this, like banging on the side of the bus. The bus driver finally stops, opens the door, releases my, idiot backpack, and I could never look at her again. Yeah. Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah.
Well, she's looking at you now.
Yeah, she sure is.
Can you imagine? She's like, he's the guy with the backpack.
He's the idiot with the Ren and Stimpy backpack.
Because Ryan, what was the thing you were recognized? Was it a honeymoon couple on a plane?
There was a couple that were on a honeymoon, and the plane hadn't yet taken off, and the woman who just gotten married just became violently and horribly ill on the plane. I mean, it was not like a pretty little like sick bag kind of thing. It was just like, I'm going to paint with my organs. Like, it was just crazy. And people were freaking out all over the plane. So they brought a stretcher down, and they put her on the stretcher, and they're wheeling her away, and like her new husband is just kind of cruising along with the thing, and he sees me, and he's like, Deadpool! No way! High five! And I'm like, what has she got? Like, what's happening? I don't want to, he's like, let's touch eyeballs. No, and by the way, your wife is like half dead. Help her.
Talking of pumped up, you get to wear the suit.
Yeah.
Which is a nice, kind of like, I'm wearing a suit.
Yeah. Well, it's like a big red body condom.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. Call it a suit, whatever you want.
But Josh, it's really you that, like...
Hey! I'm really in the suit, okay? I'm sorry.
You have to put the suit on sort of like
it's just like a team of people that get that thing on. And I'm always like so terrified I'll throw up in the mask or something. I have all these weird... Oh, yes.
Sneeze?
There's
Do you
a
ever
lot
sneeze
of
in the mask?
I have all the time.
You have sneezed.
you have one of those scratches that you just...
Yeah, no, nothing. There's nothing that can... There's no space in that thing at all. When I put it on, I can actually taste my own genitals. It's disgusting. It's just like...
Wow. Did they roll you in talc or something?
I do. That's just when I get home for my wife.
The smell of lavender when you walk on set.
There's something about him that he oozes that he's worked out, even though he has a suit on and all that. When I went and did Avengers, I saw those guys put on suits, and I saw underneath, I was like, you're not working out at all. And I won't say who it is. And then they put on the suits, and they looked fantastic. They look amazing. Whereas his suit doesn't really have any bumps and stuff that's not there. So I know that he's back in his thing because he's kind of like the Daniel Day-Lewis of comedians. You know what I'm saying?
Very method.
Whereas me, as a 50-year-old man who gets sore, I put myself through torture for you.
And boy, did it pay off.
It really did.
I got shredded.
I know. Incredible.
It's crazy.
And what was nice was you kept your fans up to date. You posted videos of your workouts. Here's one of the videos of you working out. Were you involved in that, Ryan?
No, I had nothing
but he
to
had.
do with
No,
that.
for sure you did, because it was very indirect. You were in that bathroom, admit it.
I filmed it. That was me.
You all have to do accents, but Ryan, we don't think of Canadians as having accents, and yet you say
we do.
You've lost your accent, you would say.
Yeah, I sort of trained myself out of it, but you know, I go back home and it pops up again. It's
That's all Ottawa.
Yeah.
I hear that's all Ottawa.
oh yeah,
It's
right?
Ottawa.
Gets all
I can
mixed
hear
in
it.
Ottawa. That's what we're
Say
talking
about.
It's well, in Canada, it's a boat.
And that's what I'm saying.
A boat.
Say it the
A
way
boat.
you say
What are
it.
you talking about? What are you talking about? But it's all everything is. It's a bad word, but I'm sorry. So you handle everything with "oh fuck, buddy."
And is it something about the Canadian accent that makes you a really bad liar?
Yeah, well, we're not good at lying or fighting, really. I mean, fighting is terrible.
That's good.
It's all slappy and it's not very sexy.
But weren't you caught at the border trying to lie?
Yeah. My wife is a foodie. And she loves these apple pies that they make at this place in Vancouver where I grew up. So we grabbed a bunch of them and we were driving back down to the States, and we were across the border. You're not allowed to cross the border with
that's
vegetables
illegal.
and all that. It's illegal, right?
Yeah, it's illegal.
But this guy knew something was going on, and we get up to the border crossing.
Pie smugglers.
Yeah, pie smugglers. I'm an actor. Like most like Hollywood actors, they have like a kilo of cocaine in their car. It's got pies, you know. But he knew something was going on, right?
He had the pie face.
Yeah,
He had the
totally
pie
had the pie
face.
face. Like
He had a
terrible
terrible
line.
trouble with
The worst poker face, worst pie face on. He says, and my voice always gets really high when I'm like lying. He was like, "You got anything? Any sort of fruit? Any vegetables? Anything like that?" I was like, "No." Fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables. And he's basically he just had me on the hook, and he looks at me and goes, "Hey, I remember that. You remember that movie you did? That movie Just Friends?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You know that song at the end of it where you sing that's I Swear by All for One?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah. Go ahead." No. Basically, he was saying, "Dance, monkey."
I bet you dance.
I danced. I was singing that thing in the best falsetto I had. And I was on my way through the border eating pie by the next stop.